100 meters deep, a $2 billion submarine goes completely blind. No GPS, no windows, no connection to the outside world. To survive, it uses a 100-year-old trick, a spinning gyroscope. But this thing lies. Every single day, it drifts 1 kilometer. And to fix that lie, it has to do something insane. It has to come to the surface, right in front of the enemy. So how does it find its way home? After 60 days underwater, that tiny lie becomes a 60-kilometer mistake. So it has to feel its way. It scans the mountains on the ocean floor and matches them to a secret map. Inside, 130 people live in a steel tube. No windows, no sunlight. For 60 days. And their only eyes are these screens. So it has to make a choice. It begins to rise slowly, silently, just a few meters per minute. The pressure drops and the entire hull creaks. Everyone on board holds their breath because they know for the next 3 long minutes, a tiny piece of metal will be above the water, screaming its location into space for anyone to hear. So how does it navigate without mountains? The answer is, it has maps. Secret maps. For 50 years, submarines have been mapping every single inch of the ocean floor. Not just mountains. Every rock has a magnetic fingerprint, a unique signal, and if you know how to read it, you will never be lost. The submarine sends out a single sonar ping. It scans the valley below and compares it to the secret map in its memory. If it matches, it knows exactly where it is, but maybe being blind is the point. If you cannot be seen, you cannot be stopped. The most dangerous weapon in the ocean is the one you cannot find. And the craziest part is, you will never see these maps. They are not on Google, they are not in any book. They are locked in safes inside naval bases because knowing the exact shape of the ocean floor is more powerful than any weapon they carry on board. But what if there is no valley? No magnetic signal? Just flat, empty mud for 1,000 miles. Then it has only one choice. It must go up, to periscope depth, to ask a satellite where it is, and for 3 minutes, it is visible to everyone. And the craziest part is, you will never see these maps. They are not on Google, they are not in any book. They are locked in safes inside naval bases because knowing the exact shape of the ocean floor is more powerful than any weapon they carry on board. Now they are building something that will change everything. A quantum compass. It doesn't use spinning wheels. It uses atoms, colder than space itself. And it will never lie, not even after a year underwater. Think about what that really means. You are locked in a steel tube, hundreds of meters under the sea, with no windows and no light. The only way to know where you are is to reach out with sound and feel the invisible mountains around you, like a blind man reading Braille in the dark. When the computer finds a match, it's a beautiful moment. That giant red error circle on the screen suddenly shrinks to almost nothing. The crew knows exactly where they are again. But that feeling never lasts long, because most of the ocean is just flat, empty desert, and the next mountain could be days away. Imagine driving through a desert at night with no headlights, no stars, and no road. Every single dune looks exactly the same as the last one. Your compass is slowly lying to you, your map is completely blank, and if you make one wrong turn out here, you will never, ever find your way back. That's what it feels like. So at 1 minute and 20 seconds, we left our submarine completely blind. Its gyroscope is slowly lying to it, its position error is growing with every single mile, and it has no way to call for help. No GPS works down here, no radio, just darkness. So how does it ever find its way home? The answer is something no Navy will ever show you. For the last 50 years, while the rest of us were busy mapping the stars and the surface of Mars, the world's most powerful navies have been secretly mapping something else. The bottom of the ocean. Every mountain, every valley, every trench, every single magnetic anomaly on the seafloor. They have sent submarines back and forth for decades, pinging constantly, building a secret atlas of the deep. An atlas so detailed and so classified that it has never been seen by the public. And this is how a submarine really navigates. It doesn't need to see the sky. It just needs to feel the ground. It sends out a single, quiet sonar pulse that hits the seafloor and bounces back. The computer takes that 3D shape and compares it in a fraction of a second to the secret map stored in its memory. It's looking for a perfect fingerprint. And when it finds it, the red circle of error on the captain's screen shrinks to almost nothing, within 10 meters after thousands of miles in darkness. But here is the problem. Most of the ocean is not mountains. Most of it is absolutely nothing, just flat, endless, featureless mud, stretching for hundreds of miles. No mountains to scan, no magnetic signal to read. Just emptiness. And in those deserts, the secret map is completely useless. The terrain matching fails, the error starts growing again, and the submarine is truly, terrifyingly lost. When that happens, there is only one terrible choice left. You have to do the one thing a submarine should never do. You have to leave the safety of the deep and rise to periscope depth. You have to stick a tiny antenna just above the waves and ask a satellite where you are. And for 3 long, agonizing minutes while you wait for an answer, you are visible. To enemy radar, to satellites, to anyone who is looking. 3 minutes that could end everything. That's why a revolution is happening right now in a laboratory. They are building a compass that will never lie. They call it a quantum compass. It has no spinning wheels, no parts that can drift. It traps a cloud of atoms in a vacuum, colder than outer space itself, and watches how they fall. Those atoms feel gravity itself. They will know exactly where they are, even after a year underwater, without ever needing to surface or make a sound. It sounds like science fiction, but it's already being tested on real submarines. And when it works, they will never need to come up again. They will be able to stay in the abyss forever, completely invisible. And that makes you realize something. Maybe being blind was never their weakness. Maybe it was always their greatest weapon. Because the most dangerous thing in the ocean is not the loudest. It's the one you can never, ever find.